So why does Alita Battle Angel deserve a sequel, you ask? Let's get the bad out of the way first, shall we? Alita is a prime example of why Fox needed to be bought out before it completely destroyed itself. First off, it was overpromoted. If everyone had seen the teaser trailer that I saw, they would have enjoyed it so much more. All I saw was Alita playing a game similar to Rollerball, and it obviously took place in the future. Truth is, the only reason I even bothered to see the movie was because I had an AMC subscription at the time, and there was nothing else to watch. I was very pleasantly surprised by the whole movie, and that was the problem. When I looked for a trailer to put on my channel, I was surprised by how much the official one gave away. It shows the cyborg body that she starts with, it shows the doctor being a bounty hunter, it shows her ability to use superhuman martial arts, it shows her boyfriend, and it shows her nemesis, and it even shows her upgraded body. What exactly was left to surprise the audience with? Fox was obviously marketing this movie to the few people in America who had actually read the Japanese comic that it was based on. I had never even heard of Alita Battle Angel before this movie came out, so the whole movie was new to me. The Doctor being a hunter-killer, a pleasant surprise. Alita's superpowers, a pleasant surprise. And the greatest part of the movie, her upgraded body. She went from being 14 to being a young woman in an instant. Why on earth would you put that in the trailer? It's clear proof that movie trailers are as much an art form as the movie itself. The producer must give a taste of what the movie is about without giving away the entire plot. And especially without giving away all the parts that are good that would make people actually, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. Now, on to the writing of the movie. There are two major things never discussed in this movie that caused its downfall. The first, in a world of cyborgs, what does it mean to give up your human body for advanced powers? Are these people really okay with never having sex again? The prime motivators of a character in any good movie are money, sex, and power. How much of each does the character want, and what are they willing to do for them? Money and power are discussed throughout the movie, but sex is not. Considering all of James Cameron's previous movies, that is very surprising. None of the cyborgs in the movie can have sex, and that doesn't seem to bother them. The second time I watched the movie, I was amused by the cyborg who wins the championship at the start. He comes out celebrating with two beautiful women. I'm like, okay, that's nice, but he can't actually do anything with them other than make out, so what's the point? In the scene where Alita challenges all the bounty hunters to a fight, Zapan decides she's being a punk and wants to put her in her place. It is the only movie I've ever seen where a grown man can harass a teenage girl and it really is considered bullying instead of sexual harassment. You don't have to worry about anything sexual happening because it can't. You don't actually have to worry about him even attempting to rape her because he can't. I was happy when Alita's boyfriend kissed her, but puzzled. Was he really willing to commit to a woman he could never have sex with? It's never discussed. I was especially amused when she shows up in his bedroom the next day. It's the one teen romance where you're not anticipating teen sex because it can't happen anyway. Then James Cameron gives us the ultimate irony by making her boyfriend into a cyborg himself. I was like, well, I guess making out is what they have now. In fact, the only sex that happens in the movie between Dr. Ito's ex-wife and Vector is never discussed either. She's whoring herself out to Vector in a shameless attempt to get back to Zalem, and the issue is never brought up. Now, for the next major problem, the framing of the boyfriend by Zapan. It made no sense whatsoever. Zapan kills the cyborg right in front of Hugo, and the movie never demonstrates how the government found out about the murder or why it thinks that Hugo did it. In fact, when Hugo finally has the chance to tell Alita it was Zapan who did it, he doesn't tell her. I was absolutely shocked. Now I'm guessing the reason why James Cameron did that is because he was saving Zapan for the possible sequel, which is why Alita cuts his face off instead of actually killing him. This is the kind of movie that James Cameron would write if he was drunk and high at the same time. Hey James, I get it. You're an old man and you want to die making Avatar movies. Fine by me, you've earned it. Just do two simple things first. Write a half-decent conclusion to Alita and give us the Blu-rays of The Abyss and True Lies. Please. After you do those things, you can drop dead anytime you want while making Avatar. Seriously. I have no problem with it. I have no problem if you want Avatar being your legacy that you die with. Just try to get it's a very short laundry list to handle before you just go all in on Avatar. Just get it done, please. So why do I want a sequel to Alita when I have so many problems with the first? Because overall it was still a damn good movie. I went to see it a second time in theaters and enjoyed it even more. Most of all, it features a woman who can kick the ass of anyone she meets. In the age of Donald Trump and Harvey Weinstein, that is indeed a breath of fresh air. Granted, we've already had the Underworld and Resident Evil franchises, but those stories are done, and James Cameron is a better writer anyway. My favorite line of the movie is when Hugo questions Alita on why she even wants a boyfriend when she can beat him up so easy. She responds with, "Then I guess you better not piss me off, huh?" If more real-world relationships were like that, fathers could rest so much easier. When Alita walks into the bar full of bounty hunters and challenges them all to a fight in exchange for their service, I was like, that monologue is definitely written against Trump voters. If she can actually pull this off, I will give this movie a like no matter what else happens. And she did. I also love Dr. Ito's reaction to it. He comes in and tells everyone to stop fighting. I was like, why would anyone listen to him? His technique as a bounty hunter isn't that great. Is he a mastermind? Then he threatened their pocketbooks. I burst out laughing in the theater because I knew everyone would listen to him at that point. The rest of the audience didn't even react. That's when I knew this movie would probably bomb, and I was sad for it. Much of this movie you have to think about. Dr. Ito reveals that the only true way to make it to Zalem is by winning the game. That means that Zalem practices eugenics, since only cyborgs are capable of winning the game, and they can't breed in Zalem. Those who are born in Zalem even wear a mark on their heads as proof. Seriously, anyone else catch the Nazi reference to a master race in that? I did. Anyway, I also love the relationship between Dr. Ito and Alita. Even when she renounced him as her father, he didn't give up on her. He knew what it would mean to awaken a teenage girl and adopt her, and he took that responsibility. He had nothing else to live for anyway. Not to mention his reaction to her asking if a cyborg could fall in love. You could see it in his face. He's like, really? I adopt a cyborg daughter and I still have to worry about boys? He didn't even have to say anything. I loved his reaction to hearing the question. But then again, Christoph Waltz is an Oscar winner. When Alita called him father at the end, that to me was as good as any kiss between two lovers. It's what Dr. Ito had waited the whole movie for. I also really want to know about the and how the war ended. Now, fanboys will ask, why not just read about it in the comics? For the same reason that you don't finish the Iron Man franchise by reading the comics, and you don't finish the Walking Dead franchise by reading the comics. The story is not going to be told in the same way, so there's no point. So now we come to it. Please watch Alita Battle Angel if you haven't yet. It was the first movie I've seen with Rosa Salazar, and I was very impressed with her. If you want to see her be a hero again, let's make it happen. Don't just like this video. Type the word revolution in all caps below in the comments. The word revolution. Let Disney know that you listen to my rant and you think this franchise is worth it. So, if you agree with that, thanks for listening, and type revolution below. Thank you.